What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a weekly reading for the week of October 29th through November 4th. That's right, guys, Samhain is here, Halloween is here. This is the week of Samhain, of Halloween, a time when things get spooky. The veil between the dimensions is kind of thinner, and we can interact more with the ghosts, the spirits, the angelic realm, everybody. They're just a little bit more present in our lives. So this is an exciting time. I'm going to be using the old MacLeod tarot deck. This is the spookiest, creepiest deck I have. It's based on the post-apocalypse, and if you want to learn more about this deck, then you can click the link in the card, because I've done a deck review. Okay, so you can go check that out. And we're just going to do a 3-card reading to give us some insights into the upcoming week of October 29th through November 4th, and see what we have to keep in mind. Remember, if you want to get a little bit more specific with what you need to focus on at this time, I do have some Halloween Samhain readings. If you haven't checked those out, be sure to check those out, of course. And my November readings for the month ahead are out now as well. So plenty to see on this channel at this time. So give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards a question. What do we need to know about this upcoming week? Whoops. Alright, that ought to do it. Shaky cam. Generally, I like to look at these cards individually first and then see what they have to say as a whole. But if I get the feeling that they're trying to say something as a whole, I'll just look at them all at once. So let's look at this first card first and see what we've got going on here. The first card we have to look at is the Page of Swords. Alright, so to me the Page of Swords is about communicating, it's about expression, but it's also about the thoughts that we have. And the page here is someone who is not so experienced in those things. He might say things that he hasn't, really put through his filter yet, right? Those people who say things with no filter, who kind of don't really disassociate with their ego. They're kind of like in their ego mind. They think that they are their ego, and to some degree all of us feel this way, but it's important to disassociate from your ego as much as possible, because your ego is just it's a survival program that's running, and it's been shaped by other people. All the experiences that you've had from your teachers, from your society, and your parents, they go together to make up your ego, and that's not truly who you are. Who you are is much more than that. The ego is an aspect of you. The thoughts that you think are an aspect of you, but they're not your whole. They don't make up your whole. So be sure that this week that you're not too closely associating with your ego. You're not what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but remember that you're not your thoughts necessarily, okay? And if you're having some immature thoughts, if you're kind of thinking about negative things, then you have all the power to get out of that, okay? So let's move on to the next card. We have the Seven of Cups. Give me a moment to think about this card. Alright, so this card is about, in this deck, it's a little bit different than traditional tarot, but this card is about having a lot of options, but it's more about not really focusing on the ones that matter, right? You see this guy is focused on one thing, and his attention is diverted, and he is about to go into the pit where so many have gone before him. So that's this image, I think, says it all, right? This is about focus. It's about maintaining focus and moving forward in a very focused and attentive way, so that you're not getting distracted by other things. You're not looking at one thing when you should be looking at another, basically, is what this card is trying to say. So I don't know, that's kind of vague. We'll see what this third card has to say, and then we'll go through the whole thing and see what all of it has to say. So we've got the Sun card for the third card. this is a card about optimism. It's about, looking on the bright side of things, pun definitely intended. It's about being very positive and uplifting and focusing on the positive rather than the negative. So now that we see all these cards, I'm getting a definite message here. Hold on a moment. So basically what I'm thinking here is that this week is there will be some challenges, as there are challenges each and every week, but there is a silver lining to everything. And in this case, this week, the silver lining is so much larger than any potential negatives. But it's all about where you place your focus. If you're going to place your ego thoughts on negative things, then this week will seem like a negative week, or things aren't working out for you. No one's working to your advantage. You know what I mean? But if you are able to place your thoughts and your focus on the positive aspects of things, then you're going to have a fantastic week, a great week, full of optimism, and just things are going to seem just like they're working to your advantage. Things are going to seem like everything is just bright and roses and colorful. So definitely you have the power this week, my friends, to make this week whatever kind of week you want to make it. It's all about where your attention and your focus is placed. So it's easy to say, but let's just take our focus away from the negative things as much as we possibly can and put them into the positive frame of mind. And I think you guys are gonna have a great week. It's gonna be a very positive week, uplifting week, and you're gonna feel good about it. So I don't think there's anything else we need to say about it. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's all about your ego thoughts too. Remember that it all stems from your ego, and once you disassociate from your ego, once you separate you from your ego, now you can start to see where your ego thoughts are taking you down a dark alley or taking you towards a pit, right? But the light, the flashlight, or the light of your inner soul can lead the way and circumnavigate those perils that the ego mind is sending you towards. And if you do that, your light will be amplified, because now you're seeing the bright side of everything. Again, pun intended. Okay, you're seeing the bright side. And when you see the bright side, life just seems more fun. It seems more exciting. And there's more possibilities. And so, a lot of the time, we're conditioned to think Halloween is a dark time, or Samhain. People who truly celebrate Samhain know it's not really a dark time. But, in greater society, we're taught that Halloween's a dark time full of evil and dark magic. But it couldn't be further from the truth. This is an opportunity now for you to amplify your energies. And whichever way you focus on, that will be amplified. So let's amplify the positive energies this week and make this a great time to end the harvest, so to speak. Okay, so that is my weekly reading for the week of October 29th through the November 4th. And I hope you guys got something valuable out of that. And have a great week, guys. So be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and put any comments in the comment section below. I always love to hear what you guys have to say about any of the readings I do. It really makes it all worthwhile. And please consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video. Of course, I release these weekly videos every Sunday, so you don't want to miss out on that. And also follow me on Instagram. I never say that, but I have an Instagram account, and I like to post like daily readings, although not every day, and pictures of crystals and stuff like that. So if you do the gram, then hit me up. It's the same as my YouTube name. All right, have a great week, friends. Happy Halloween or happy Samhain, whichever you celebrate. And it's gonna be a great week as long as you want it to be. All right, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.